Hello everybody, Dr. Bill Crawford here, psychologist, speaker, author, host of 2 PBS specials. Here today to bring you another quote, another video on a topic that is designed to help you bring more clarity, confidence, and creativity to everything you do. I'm doing this post-election. Here in America, we've just had one of our famous elections where half the country seemed to want one thing, half wanted another. Now, in the past, we've been able to come together as a people and work toward common solutions. Now, some people are concerned that that may not happen. So I've found a quote from Oliver Wendell Holmes that might help us choose to do this in a more purposeful way. It's actually a quote I've adapted from Mr. Holmes since I've changed it a little bit. He says, "Success in today's world isn't just about where we stand, but what direction we're moving." I really like that, mostly because it focuses on the future. And I have found that whenever we're wanting to find common ground, often that is much more to be found in the future than in the past. Because the past is really about taking a stand, and we have certainly done that here in America. And there's nothing wrong with that. Taking a stand is important. But the problem is when the stand becomes an obstacle to moving forward, we've got to do something different. Mr. Holmes goes on to suggest that this possible perspective of moving forward might also be similar to sailing. He says, "In order to reach the port of heaven, we must set sail. We may be sailing with the wind or against the wind, but we must sail, versus drifting or lying at anchor." Again, I think it speaks to how when people take a stand, throw out the anchor, say, "I will not move," what happens is the anchor will keep the ship from moving forward. If the anchors are large enough and put enough drag on the ship, they will drag the ship down. So if our goal now is to move forward, maybe we shouldn't be focusing on stands and anchors, but more on sails and how to move forward. You know, it's much like when you are sailing a sail ship. Sometimes you're sailing into the wind. Sometimes the prevailing winds or the prevailing beliefs aren't going your way. At that moment, you have to tack into the wind. You have to understand the wind. You have to use the wind versus fighting it. What I'm going to suggest we do is look at how the past may be more about anchors than about movement and get really clear what is our goal here. And if our goal is to move forward, then I think we need to do that whether we are with the wind or against the wind in a much more purposeful way. Therefore, if you've discovered that arguments are more of a drag than you want them to be, that they are keeping us from moving forward, either as a country or in a relationship or in a family. See, the kind of arguments that keep us from moving forward as a country can be the same ones that seem to drag down our relationships. We know that a house divided against itself will not stand. So maybe we want to move from taking stands to tact, to becoming tactful, to changing our tact and moving forward in a way that actually begins to look at where we want to end up, the port we want to go to, versus the anchor we want to throw down in the moment. I hope this has been valuable. I try to keep these videos short. If you want to receive my weekly quotes on a regular basis, if you're not already on my list, you can go to my website, billcrawfordphd.com. If you want me to come to your organization and talk about the importance of moving forward versus arguing and debating about who's right, I would be happy to do that. Just go to my website, hit the contact button, let me know what you're interested in, and I would love to bring these thoughts and philosophies to your organization as well. In the meantime, here's to you bringing more clarity, confidence, and creativity to everything you do, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.